Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today. This is our project for today. As you can see, we're using the little flowers, still on my crusade, using this little small bloom punch and the Thoughtful Bloom stamp set that coordinates with it. Love, love, love these products, and I got them free, which is even better. If you place an order for £45, you can choose Thoughtful Blooms for free. You can get this stamp set absolutely free. If you place an order for £90, you can get this little punch absolutely free. If you place an order for £135, you can get both coordinating products. I know that's quite a big spend, but believe me, it's worth it. Right, anyway, so this is our project today. We used 8 of the little blooms on there, on a black card. Added a couple inside as well, and I'm going to show you how I made it. So excuse me, let's put that to one side, starting with my usual card base. This is a piece of our thick Whisper white card, and I'm going to score it in half, so it measures 21 by 15 centimeters. If you're working in inches, it's 8 1/4 by 6. And you score it at halfway. So for me, that's 10 1/2 centimeters. If you're working in inches, it would be at 4 1/8. So we're just going to score. Love, love, love this new trimmer. There we go. And then you just need either a bone folder or something similar. So sometimes if I've lost my bone folder, I use the handles of scissors or whatever, just to give that a really nice crease. Now you'll notice we're doing different colours. So I did this one on black, and I quite like how those colours pop on black, but I thought that on the video I might do the same design but on white. I quite often change up my designs when I video. So what we need is a panel. So we had a pink coloured panel on this one. We're going to have Bermuda Bay on this one. So this is my panel. What I'm going to do first is stamp that message. So I've stamped it, I've embossed it in white. So first of all, I need my embossing buddy. This will stop any stray bits of white powder spoiling my stamping, because nothing will cling where this buddy has been. So can you see that's got very fine powder in it, and it just dries up everything. So if my finger marks had been a bit sticky, that would stop it sticking. So then I need the Happy Birthday, which is from this stamp set. This is another one that you can get free. You need a larger order with this one. You need an order of £275, but there were a few friends that you could get together to place an order. This is the greeting we're using. I haven't used any of these little ladybirds yet. I must get around to that at some stage. My panel, for those of you who are interested in the measurements, is 9 1/2 by 8 centimeters, and I will try and remember to put the imperial measurements on my blog. Sorry, I didn't work them out before I came on here today. So what I need is my Versamark pad, and I'm going to stamp my message, just making sure it's the right way up, where I just used my embossing buddy. So trying to centre it and trying to keep it straight. There we go, lovely. And then just bring in my white embossing powder, like so. So you can see there are very few stray specks of embossing powder there, because I used my embossing buddy. And then we're just going to melt that down, so we've got a lovely raised embossed message. It's a bit small, this piece of paper. My fingers are getting quite warm, but I think I'll be alright. If it's any smaller than this, I might have had to hold it with tweezers or something. There we go, lovely. So I can pop that away. And that, right, okay, put all that away. Now, before I stick my pan, I'm going to just let that dry because it's still a bit warm and it's a bit warped. I'm just going to let it dry a little bit while I do this bit of my project. So I have stamped and punched 7 of the colours here. I'm just for you going to do another couple so you can see what I did. So I've done all those colours. I'm now going to do Melon Mambo and Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to just stamp my this little flower from the Thoughtful Bloom set. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it just lifts these rather than just being plain flowers, just lifts them a little bit. Of course you could do all sorts of things. You could I've seen somebody emboss this on white on coloured card and it looks lovely. I've also seen someone emboss on white onto vellum, which looks really gorgeous as well. Just not enough hours in my day to make all the projects that I want to make. There we go. So that's my Melon Mambo one. And you can just choose, if you're making this card, you can choose colours. You could choose toning shades. You could do all pinks or all yellows and oranges or all greens or something. Or you could be like me and choose a rainbow of colours. I do love a rainbow. I do love all these bright colours. Right, so there we are. So now we need to mount these on our piece of card. So you can put them in any order that you like. Just place them roughly. Like so. There we go. So, and what I'm going to try and do is to make sure that one of the petals faces straight up, so all my flowers are going to be around the same way. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do my Melon Mambo one in the centre there, so that then I can work round it, placing the others, and make sure that looks fairly centralised. I do these two as well, make sure they're central. Maybe over a touch. Right, okay, so just a little bit of Tombow. I'm only going to glue the centre because although I haven't raised the petals up too much, just gives a little bit of dimension if it's not stuck down completely. So there we go, and then you can go round and finish gluing all the other ones on. So I use tweezers for this. I use tweezers a lot in my crafting. So sad that Stampin' Up don't sell tweezers. I think they're really useful. I know we've now got our oh, what's our tool called? It's not a pick-me-up tool. Takeaway tool? Can't remember what it's called, but we have got our tool with different ends. It still hasn't got tweezers on it though. It has got a nice pokey tool, a piercing tool, and some sticky stuff to pick small things up. That's quite useful. But it doesn't have tweezers, and I love my tweezers. There we go. So it's a very quick and easy little card to make this. I think it's quite effective. Great way to use up little scraps of coloured card if you've got any. I hate wasting little scraps of cards, so I'll be really happy when I find a way to use them up. As you could see when I cut out my Bermuda, my Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo, these were quite tiny bits of card that I just had lying around to cut them out of. I didn't need to cut into a big new sheet. I save most reasonable sizes of card. Every so often I have a clear out and throw away the very littlest pieces if my boxes are getting too full. I just save them in an A4 box in colour families. So I've got a brights box, a subtles box, and so on, and then I know I can just have a route through when I need them. There we go. Right, there's all my flowers. I'm going to stick on the rhinestones later, and that should mount onto my panel like that. Yep, excellent. So I just need to glue this to here. So a little fine line of glue, close to the edge as you can make it, bit in the middle as well. And I might just take a cocktail stick and smooth that out a little bit. Make sure we get a nice edge to make sure the glue is right at the edge, so none of the edges flap up. You'd be surprised what you can do with a 99p pot of cocktail sticks. I use them a lot. There we go. Don't think my happy birthday is actually very straight putting this on here, but hey ho, I'm going to go with it. There we go. That wasn't on straight, so I'm just trying to straighten that up. The good thing about the Tombow is it will give you a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, and actually that's slightly too long now. I think that looks out of place, so I'm just going to go back. I'm going to bring my tiny trimmer. This is free if you join Stampin' Up this month. I'm just going to trim a little bit off there because that will line that up a little bit better. There we go. There, and then all I've got to do is to mount this panel onto there. So again with the Tombow, course you could use other glue. I've got my snail. I hardly ever use my snail, I must admit. I think I might get that out and start using that a little bit more, because I've got about, I bought a whole load of them when I was doing classes, which I haven't done recently, and I bought a whole load and I haven't used it for ages. But having said that, I might start doing classes again soon. So watch this space. There we go. And that's just going to go onto my card. Oh, isn't it pretty? I love all those colours. There we go. So we've got one, and then all we've got to do is add the rhinestones. I've got a new pack of rhinestones here, and I'm using the very largest ones. I'm just popping one inside each of my daisies, like so. There we go. Right, okay, so I hope you're all well aware of what's happening at the moment in Stampin' Up, in that we're in the middle of celebration. We've got lots of offers, lots of promotions for free stuff, and by the time, I think on the day this publishes, actually I'm due to publish it on Tuesday, I think you'll be able to get your hold on some coordinating stock. So some of the stamp sets in the celebration catalogue and in the mini catalogue are going to have dies released to go with them, which is going to be fun. That'll be great. And also a pack of paper that coordinates with our punches, and it coordinates with about 4 or 5 of our punches, so that will be great. Right, meanwhile, back at the ranch, here we are. There's our card, and actually I haven't done anything inside, but I could quickly go back to my pieces of scrap here, and actually I'm going to do a Bermuda. I'm going to just grab a piece of Bermuda Bay, because I think that will link in the panel on the front quite well. Let me just find a little bit of Bermuda Bay from my scraps box. There we go. So I'm not going to use Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to use Bermuda Bay. And I'm just going to punch them out. Sorry, all went a bit silent then while I concentrated. There we go. Yeah, as I was saying, there's a really good joining offer with Celebration at the moment. If you ever thought about joining Stampin' Up, it's a really great offer, and what you get, as well as the starter kit and as well as a paper pack and as well as a free stamp set, you get this gorgeous little trimmer, which has been so useful. I have it sat on my desk and I use it all the time. Right, and this is going to go in there. Just a little bit of Tombow on the back of each of these. And my card is complete. So I hope you've enjoyed my project today. I am going to pop a couple of rhinestones in these as well, which means you do need to be quite careful if you're posting it. But I think it just finishes it off quite nicely, like so. There we go. Oh, and obviously I haven't pressed these down enough. All my rhinestones have fallen off. Do give them a big shove when you stick them, because otherwise they might come adrift. There we go. Don't want to have to stick them on twice like me. We've got one missing up there. There we go. Must have missed one out. There we go. Right, so I hope you like my card. Hope you've enjoyed seeing my project today. I've got one more project that I've made so far with the Thoughtful Blooms and the Bloom Punch, and then I'm going to move on to using something else. I think I've used this quite enough. I think that's the 6th card that I've made. So anyway, thanks for watching today. Hope you've enjoyed the project, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.